All right. Welcome to the podcast, the BotchedCast. Already, episode 12.
Off to a great start,
Yeah,
as always.
yes. I am the Joncle. That is also the Joncle. Guessing he doesn't have his feet up, so he doesn't actually see that he is in fact the
No,
Joncle. Oh, you see?
I
You
can
see?
see.
You see? Okay,
I
good.
do.
Yes. Okay.
You think the other viewer was an accident?
It still only shows one for me. Hasn't updated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shows me too.
Okay. Alright, well.
And now, there's the Drancor.
Joncle.
But I didn't point in the wrong direction. I got it right.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh.
And I'm Make Halo Great Again, also known as Death by Mint.
Yes. Right. Him. Yes.
Bastard.
Yeah. Fuck you.
First time I've ever introduced myself in like 12 episodes.
Yes. Yes. It kinda is. Even though I give you the setup.
Introduction.
Yeah, I give you the setup every time, and I pause. I'm like, okay, I'll just do it then.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just go just hot into this, because it's still on my mind.
Oh, beautiful.
I fucking hate people and shopping.
Gotcha.
I hate it.
Okay.
So on my way home, I needed to get milk, because the milk I have in my fridge, oh my god, the quality is terrible right now for you. What the fuck? Okay. Just don't move, and the quality will settle. Otherwise, you just pixelate. Anyway, I actually probably know how to fix this. Let's pause all those Steam updates.
Good job.
Anyway,
It is BotchedCast.
The milk in my fridge went bad because I only use it for fucking mac and cheese. That's all I use it for. So that's...
Now, what do you use the mac and cheese for?
I can't say that on live broadcast.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, I went to Walmart to get a single thing of milk. That's all I went to get. So I go and grab it. So I go straight to the checkouts. There's only one person in each of the checkouts. Most of them has like less than 5 items. The issue, however, and there's one actual register open. Like everything else is checkout, but I'm not going to go and actually deal with people, so I'm going to wait in line at the checkout. Every single one of the self-checkouts is waiting on a override. Because nobody fucking knows how to goddamn buy something. Don't just scan the fucking thing once, so you don't have to worry about deleting an item, because if you have to delete an item, you need an override now. So this is one, Walmart's system being fucking stupid, because again, if you do anything that isn't just scan or check out something, you need an override. But also, the dumbasses who can't just scan what they have and pay for it. So I'm fucking sitting here in line, waiting, because not one of these dumb fucking asshats know how to buy food with a single fucking half gallon of milk in my hand. Finally, one of them walks off, goes to like the customer service desk or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll go and fucking do this. Watch me figure it the fuck out. So I scan my fucking milk just fine. I notice that's pretty expensive for a thing of milk. Oh, it's because her items are still in the cart. So I'm like, okay, I'm either gonna have to, one, try and cancel the whole transaction and have someone come over, we have to wait for someone to come over, or guess what? I just hit the fucking X button on the item which deletes that from the cart. Although it doesn't delete it, it just crosses it out. So you don't have to pay for it, but it'll still show up on your receipt. And I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to pay and leave. So I do. I just hit the X. I pay for my one thing, and then I'm like,
a lot of X's.
Shut up. And then now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for the receipt now. Minute, almost 2 pass, and it's still like, it's not saying it's out of paper or anything. It's just saying waiting, like printing receipt. I'm like, I don't fucking care anymore. So I paid. The person behind me watched me. I'm just gonna go. I don't need my receipt. So I do. I just go. Because it's not difficult to buy shit. So I get home. I drive home.
And the milk expires in 2 days.
No, because I checked to make sure I grabbed one that didn't expire in 2 days. No, I grabbed the bag out of my passenger seat. And as I'm getting out, I noticed that there was milk dripping onto my seat now.
On your very nice vehicle.
So I'm like, fucking Christ.
That will turn into crust, by the way.
So I walked back to my apartment with a trail of milk behind me. It's still in the bag, mind you. So it's dripping through the bag. So I don't know how bad it actually is. I just know it's dripping. So I bring it in. I go to the sink, take it out of the bag. It's not busted or anything, but the seal, as it was not 100% broken, I still had to like twist it in order to, take it off and whatnot. But part of it was unsealed. So now
you didn't check that.
No, I don't check that. Why the fuck would I do that? So I put it in my fridge.
For that reason.
Yes, but I don't know if it's even safe to drink, to even use. So I just have it in my fridge after all that fucking bullshit. And I don't even know if I'm going to get to use it.
Recommendation in the future. Stop using milk and start using heavy cream 50-50.
No.
It's a cooking thing instead of milk. No. It forms the same thing as milk, but it's...
The Kraft mac and cheese box says to use milk. So I'm going to use milk. I followed the directions. I'm a good cook. I read the recipe. I followed the recipe. Good Democrat. I followed the recipe.
The government told me to stay in my home. I stay home. The government told me I can't work. I can't work. I stay home. I get paid until I don't.
You say that, but given the chance, I would fucking 100% stay at home for $600 a week. That's double.
That's called being a bitch.
You know what? That's more than I made when I was management. When I was management and worked over 40 hours a week, I made less than that.
You recall, I worked 80 hours a week, at least 70 a week at Matt, and I got paid bi-weekly, and my paychecks were around $600 for 2 weeks of fucking work.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
But no, instead I now, go door to door delivering pizza for people who don't feel like tipping because I'm not making any money. I'm out of work. Sorry,
so they give you the tip?
No, they don't. Oh, yeah. They give me the shaft.
Oh, they go past the shaft. Okay, they go past the tip. They just give you the whole shaft. Got it. Okay.
Oh, it's a stiff.
Gotcha.
They stiff me. So yeah, that was the last half an hour of my life. How was your week?
Well, busy. as we all know, Thanksgiving was not that long ago. Black Friday may or may not have happened in your state. It did not happen in mine. So not that I participated or even planned to, because the only reason I would ever go to Black Friday is to buy a electronic, which one Amazon.
Cyber Monday.
Yeah, one Amazon. Cyber Monday has the same deals as Black Friday.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
a continuation.
And it's it's online is the distinction, basically, is how I think about it.
Well, you could also do it online on Black Friday. That's like it's the exact same deals on Amazon.com, but just on Monday.
Yeah.
No difference.
Yeah.
Both online.
Yes. I just
Anyways.
refer to online as Cyber Monday because it makes sense. Black Friday can be all the stupid fucking people that are cramped in a building, literally trampling over each other, people to death. Cyber Monday is
The
for
day after
people...
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yes. And Cyber Monday is for the people who aren't dumb to do that, enough to do that. It's like, what? I'm just gonna get it online. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then you have to deal with the online equivalent of that, and that is bot scalpers.
Mm. Yeah. And, porch shoppers. When you have your packages on your porch and someone's walking by and is like, I want that. And then they...
I haven't heard that term before. That makes sense.
I just came up with it.
Oh, that makes sense, but I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with that because I was distracted and talked over 3 times in a row, so I forgot my train of thought, but it's all good.
Yeah, like window shopper, porch shopper. Yeah.
That's never going to be a thing, but I appreciate your effort.
I mean, there was no effort. It just came out. I just thought of it just now, so.
I know you. You just doing anything but existing takes effort. Look, Brennan. I want to play sushi, but it's like way over there, like 2 feet from my hands.
Look, I played a PlayStation 4 game last night, before I went to bed. I did.
But you wouldn't do it for me. Got it. Bitch.
Well, you also wanted to play Dark Souls. You also wanted to play Dark Souls.
After all the times I told you, I was like, hey, it's fucking with me on PC. It's not really running that great. I'd rather play, sushi. Yeah, it's like, it's way over there.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's...
Yeah. See, what you're saying is basically, shut up, bitch, you love it.
It's
Dragon
fun.
Ball Z. You should all watch it.
Damn it, now my thought's been derailed. Touche.
That's what we do in this podcast.
We botch it.
Mm-hmm. But you know what's not going to be botched? Potentially?
No.
A potential remake of Metal Gear Solid by Bluepoint, who is actively working with both the mind of Kojima and those who shall not be named at the same time.
The other K?
The other K.
So would this be the 3rd or 4th remake of this game?
This would be the 3rd, but an actual remake.
Well, I mean, Twin Snakes was basically a remake too.
I never played Twin Snakes. I don't know anything about it.
It's Metal Gear. It's Metal Gear Solid 1, but it with GameCube. What was it? PlayStation 2? No, it was GameCube. Updated graphics. I want to say there was slight changes, only very slight, nothing like story impacting. But I'm pretty sure it was just Metal Gear Solid 1.
But of course, Bluepoint this time.
Yes. See, this I did not hear about.
Mm-hmm. This is breaking news that came out less than an hour ago of this podcast. Or at least people are talking about it less than an hour ago, and it's spreading like wildfire. Fire. I'm talking about people like from fucking Carolina. trying to say, Mr. Sloppy?
Original Metal Gear Solid is reportedly getting a PS5 exclusive remake, and the 3 successive sequels could be getting remasters. Reportedly, PS5 console limited claims from a YouTube channel.
I'm just saying, while he's reading that, if they were to remaster, not even do a full remake, but just remaster and keep everything else the same, Metal Gear Solid 3, I would pay at least $40 for that. At least 40, depending on like how crazy they go with it. I might even go 45. With all jokes aside, it was a really good game, and if you haven't played it, shame on you, and a curse on your descendants. Shame for display.
Shame for display. That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yes. Honestly,
Haptic feedback.
Honestly, even without any visual updates at all, I mean, yes, that game fucking needs it, but I would trade that for just a better control scheme. Because I tell you what, in Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3, actually, Metal Gear 1 didn't. Okay, so Kojima thought that for whatever reason, I don't know if you knew this, but the PlayStation controls, I don't know if these new ones, PlayStation 4 ones doesn't, but the buttons actually are somewhat like the Xbox ones, but the triggers are. Well, if you push it slightly, it actually registers it before you hit it all the way down. Now, there's an entire feature of the Metal Gear series where you can, sneak up on guards and hold them at gunpoint and tell them, like, shake, and you can get their badges and shit, and you can collect them all and unlock shit. Well, let me tell you how difficult that is to do with that fucking... Like, anytime I was playing through it, I would try to hold up anybody just because I was trying to go as far as I could without killing anyone, because that's a way to play it. And as soon as I hit that button, no matter how lightly, bang, right in the back of his head. Like, every single time. Every time. Every fucking time. That shit... Just let me hold L2. Just let me hold L2. Just let me hold L2. That would be fine. That would be enough for me. But obviously, do the visuals. And Blue Point probably will.
Yeah.
On the topic of remakes, let me, actually not remakes, but, I don't know why I thought that was... Anyway, I'm going to say two separate things to you. And,
to me or the podcast? To the audience.
Imperial you. Y'all, as I should say. Y'all.
He said the thing, everybody. He said the thing.
That was a banjo. Okay. I can say that I live here now.
And you have lived there for, well, if you call it living, you've been there for a while.
5 years, half a decade. Holy fuck. Excuse me. Okay. So, IO Interactive. If you're not familiar with, that's the people who make Hitman, the new ones. Actually,
the ones who bought themselves.
Okay. Okay. 007. Okay. Think literally Hitman's gameplay. Just literally the 007. Okay, well, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Have you not heard? Or did you already hear about it? Or...
I've not heard about it, but it does not sound good to me.
The people who make Hitman doing a 007 game, that doesn't sound good to you?
No, because it's just Hitman.
Oh, yeah, but...
I already have Hitman.
You should put a 007. James Bond.
So I could get a mod that makes me look like James Bond. I'm using your own PC mods. I could get what you're saying that they want money for free argument against you. Eat it, bitch. You yourself said Hitman game, but James Bond. Yeah. Nah. Unless if, like with From Software, from Dark Souls to Bloodborne, they implement substantial differences between the two. Unless they do something that like definitely sets it apart. If it's a reskin of Hitman, but 007, I'm not going to be happy. But we'll see.
No, you have to agree with what I say. You're not agreeing with what I say.
Oh, you don't agree with that? I thought you'd actually, after me, like, you know, fleshing out my point, that you'd actually agree with me.
No, you can't. No flesh out point. You just have to agree with what I say.
I'm the one wearing the MAGA hat, and you're the one making fun of liberals here, right? What is this?
I never said that. I never said it had anything to do with it. Fucking people. Anyone on the internet is like that. Talking about fucking liberals. Also, I finally understand what you're saying about the Beyond Light story.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite intriguing. That is
Yeah, that actually has something to do with the story. Mind blown.
Yeah, mind.
Long story short, she's an EXO. I'm an EXO. There's millions of other EXOs. She is the only EXO in history who got a EXO body that very closely resembled her human body. And you actually hear a female EXO complain, "Why didn't I get one? Why did she get one that matches her body?" So because people would look down at themselves, be like, "Well, this doesn't look like me. What the fuck?" But basically, Elsie Gray or Bray was stacked as fuck, and she will continue to be stacked as fuck, which is now canonical. You're welcome. If that is not enough for you to consume the product, you should consume the product. Don't think, just buy. Don't think, just. Pretty good storytelling. Is this a jitsu or some shit?
You know, if I
God
wanted
damn it.
to, I could like duplicate the image on the stream when I do this, and it would actually be like Kagebushin no Jutsu, and then I'd actually do the shadow clones.
Why do I not know that what you just said was actually the fucking line?
What?
Whatever the fuck you said, jutsu, like jutsu. I bet you that's probably the actual line for cloning yourself.
It is Kagebushin no Jutsu. Shadow. Probably clone.
Fucker.
Yes.
Show them your katana collection right now. Show them your katana collection
The
right now.
entire collection? Okay.
All of it.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay.
We're gonna have an intervention. All right. This is the 12th episode. This is a special episode. We're going to have an intervention about his fucking katanas. You all need to see it. He's one step away from buying a jar, buying Astolfo, a doll of Astolfo for 100, like, I don't know. They go up high. You know what I'm saying? They're like 200 fucking bucks almost for some of these toys, because you want to support the people who make the manga. The manga. He's gonna buy one of those and turn it into a cum jar, and like 2 years later, you're gonna see the thing fucking filled, and Astolfo will be drowned. Bad. It's real bad.
Just the katanas, right?
Completely ruined your public image.
Why?
Why or how?
How? Yeah. Also, why?
I said, look at his katana collection. We're having an intervention. This is the 12th episode. It's a very special episode. We're having an intervention for him and his fucking katana collection. And then I mentioned the fact that you're one step away from buying a fucking jar buying a anime toy figurine of fucking Astolfo for like 170 fucking bucks or something like that. They go up high. You've seen those anime toy fucking dolls. You've seen them. I know you have on Crunchyroll ads. And then you can make a fucking cum jar. Like that one guy in fucking Reddit posted one of My Little Pony in a fucking cum jar. And everyone's like, oh my god, that's such a brilliant idea. And then people are doing it. God has left us.
So 2 questions. Just the katanas is my first question.
Just the katanas.
Okay, that's all you wanted me to grab?
Leave it to imagination how much else you have.
Okay.
I just want you to show them the katanas.
And second question. You say 1 step away. In which direction?
There's a plot twist in an episode of Francis of the Filth's YouTube channel where he is talking about young internet rappers, where one such experiment he was working with, one such subject he was working with, he said that he was 1 step away from trying to sell you his mixtape, just to find out that the kid asked him if he wants to buy his mixtape. So Filthy Frank had to put him down. And now I'm finding out that you, too, have crossed the 1 step away path and you are on the road to destruction. And it's too late to save you. I'm sure I clipped like so many times during that bit.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to something
Flexing.
else. Yes. What?
Flexing to your other otaku brethren. Oh, you got a short katana. What the fuck those are called?
Tonto?
Tonto. You got a Tonto.
Oh, no. Yeah. Wakazaki? I don't know. I don't know the difference
I thought
between
Wakazaki was the big one.
No, that's Nodochi.
No, yeah, I knew that.
This is the smallest one I have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were those mail order katanas?
No, I don't know. The other 2 was given to me.
Did they cut?
This one does. Those ones are dull as fuck. I don't know if they actually will blades or anything. This one's an actual like training one that is designed to cut. Also for all the weebs, and you know who you are. I am the storm that is approaching. Also, I still listen to that song daily on repeat when I'm delivering.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You probably played it while I was down in Mississippi with you at least 3 times, and I still don't remember what song you're talking about.
It wasn't out by then.
Okay.
It's the one that was for DMC5 SE Forgel.
Oh.
Oh, it's so good. God, I'm a fucking weeb.
Yes. Actually, you remember when you made the defense that you were an otaku, and I was like, "No, you're a fucking weeb." And then I showed you the weeb metal song. You're like, "Okay, I'm a weeb."
Yes, because he lists like 4 things and says, "If you know what these are, then you will," something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I may have knew what all those were.
And I knew zilch at the time. I have also begun the path of destruction. I actually once considered, right, because after doing more research into how Funimation and Crunchyroll really fuck these people who not only animate the manga but the manga writers themselves.
Yes,
they fuck them.
They
both
fucked them
royally.
Underpaid.
And I thought
as
to
shit,
myself,
if at all.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, well, what do you do in this case? How do you support the developers of this product? Well, buy their toys, buy their collectibles. I'm like, all right, I'll look into it. And I'm like, all right, well, I've been enjoying Fire Force, been enjoying, Rising of the Shield Hero. And they loot the figures because they know what you're going to do with them. They know what you're going to do with them. And I'm like, I can't do it. No, in reality, I was Star Wars Episode 7. I know what I must do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And then I didn't do it because look, Right. There was even complaints about it on Facebook when I got an advertisement for it, because of course Facebook does look into it. You go on Crunchyroll, you look at toys. Facebook tries to advertise you toys of the same kind. So I look up Rise of the Shield Hero. I see the main character. It is like a 7.5-inch figure. I guess that's expensive. Those size figures. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll buy one of those. I'll buy the Raftalia. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't end up buying them because they're too expensive. I'm like, I just can't commit to that. I just can't do it. So then they get an advertisement for a Philo one on Facebook, and it's looted. From Crunchyroll, mind you. Crunchyroll was the one selling it, but the advertisement was through Facebook. I'm like, but why? But why?
Because Crunchyroll is owned by AT&T.
I knew that, yes.
And
soon to be owned by Sony.
Yes, because Sony. Yes, Sony's buying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For $50 million less than what they scoffed at them when they were asking for.
I'll believe it.
Yeah, Crunchyroll came to Sony, said, buy us for $1 billion. And Sony's like, huh, good one, my fellow chap. And they said, okay, not 150 million. Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna stab myself doing this shit.
You're not skilled enough to do this. Also, they're not even attached to your waist. That's why you're having such a hard time with it.
Yeah, I know.
If they were attached to your waist, you could have an easier time cutting yourself.
Yes. Ow.
My
teeth.
Okay, I like the One Piece reference there. Nice.
I gotta get back on that shit.
You don't, though.
I do. This is what's in store for you, Benny. Keep that shit up.
Big ol' Benny. Stink, Benny.
Big ol' stank.
Hey, he did the sushi thing. When you're getting into a duel and it zooms in your hand, you go like this.
Yeah, the sushi thing.
Yeah. Everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say sushi, right? Everybody? Yeah. Absolutely. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's move on.
No other anything has ever done that before. Ever.
No.
Not once.
No, but in most recent example, sushi.
Oh, yeah.
Until they start adding them into Destiny to get weebs to start playing the game, and they start making like ninjak and shit. I mean, they actually did add Ice Ninjak into the game, so I'm actually already a little bit late on that. With the new Hunter subclass, you can have Ice Ninjakin. That frees people, and you can like do stuff with them. There's also Ice Shurikens.
Oh, I got them download the game right now. Fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
Benny.
Yes, now I'm waiting for them to add, because they added a chainsaw sword in this most recent expansion. I'm waiting for them to add just a basic ass katana and be like, wow, look at this exotic you can get. If you buy the digital deluxe edition, which is $30 extra, you can get this stupid skin for this anime weep sword. Pre-order now. And like, when anime season's over, everyone's gonna see that and I'm like, oh my god, I have no anime to watch until like next fall. Pre-order it now. And then it's gonna get record numbers.
No.
Mm-hmm. Look, I know that the majority of anime freaks love free shit, hence why they pirate their anime. There's no reason to suggest that they would not play a free-to-play game that is heavily monetized, that is a gacha game, that is also directed towards weebs, such as an Impact of Genshin proportions. And if Destiny were to follow that route, I guarantee people would do it. This is the Rule 34 corner. Hold up.
I mean, I'm not playing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Is it actually on mobile?
Yes.
That's yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a mobile game.
Mm.
Mm.
Anyways, ignoring the political downfall of our country. Um, anything else you feel like talking about?
I mean, did you finish your week before we jump straight
Did
into
that I believe I was going to, and then I was interrupted by a certain someone.
Benny?
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah,
Damn it, Benny!
big old stink. I can smell it all the way over here.
It's pretty stinky. Yeah, you just take it. Anyway, so please go on.
So very busy, very busy. Um, Thanksgiving also very busy. Um, not much
Oh,
else
hey, did you
other
hear
than
about this new game that
working.
came out?
Mhm. Might as well. I don't have much to talk about.
Oh, yeah, this new
I was just very
game
busy.
that came out.
Yeah, do the bit, Jacob.
It's
Do the bit.
it's called games released. And fuck, it's almost December.
All right, I'll do a callback. I would rather have a 007 game that played like the old 007 games.
Which one's like GoldenEye?
Yeah, GoldenEye, the world's not enough. Like that. Then a Hitman style game where it's 007 personally.
Mm.
I like the, the normal mission style platform for 007 where it's like, hidden objectives, you talk to people, stuff like that. Not necessarily dialogue choice or anything like that, but you can learn something from talking to those people who might tell you something.
Mm.
Or, maybe you get a different outcome for the mission if you like steal some information off of a desk out of this person's office you wouldn't get to normally, and then you talk to them and find out where the keys are or some shit like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, if the new James Bond game was like that, I'd be happy. But if it's just assassinate target in creative and funny ways, I'm not gonna be happy. It's fine in Hitman. It's not fine for 007.
But there's gotta be a whammon.
And there must be a woman for Sean Connery to jankle in bed
Yes.
against her will.
But
Because
it's
that's
Sean Connery, so she'd like it.
supposedly a thing. People accuse Sean Connery and James Bond of being a serial rapist because the woman tries to resist at first and then eventually gives in. And they say, well, that's rape. What's your take on that? Is 007 a rapist in your eyes?
Well, personally,
Mm-hmm. Well said.
And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
In fact, I agree entirely. I have very strong viewpoints about what you just said.
Yeah. Hey, so you know how the game that may or may not ever exist ever, Elden Ring, from Software and George R. Martin. Well, you know how George R. Martin he likes his character to he likes characters. He likes to write characters. He hits a lot of
I'm sure he really loves his character in Death Stranding, which is so fucking pointless and blank.
He is a character in Death Stranding.
Yes, he does. Actually, no, I'm thinking of Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the guy who wrote Game of Thrones.
Right.
So think Dark Souls. Now think of something that's so outlandish when it comes to Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
A city full of actual people.
The frog fogs in Dark Souls 1.
The what?
Frog fogs. Frogs, that's it.
Okay.
5 frogs. Cursed frogs that make you into statues if you get too cursed. Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, what about them? The Basilisk? Yeah, what about them?
Yeah, a city full of them. That's what you said. You know, a city full of fucked up things. The worst things you can think of in Dark Souls.
No.
So I use that as an example.
No, not the.
What did you mean? Please do specify then.
No, not the fucked up thing. No, I'm saying the most outlandish. Like something that doesn't make sense when you think of Dark Souls. A city you can walk into full of people who aren't undead. Like actual NPCs. Like, sure, like the most NPCs you'll see on screen at any given point will be if you've gathered them all in Firelink, but there's still, that's like 10 people at most. George R. R. Martin will more than likely, in his story, have actual cities full of people you could probably interact with. But it's being made by From Software, so it's going to be a Dark Souls game where you could, I don't know. Obviously, we haven't heard about anything from Elden Ring in a while, but...
So we're lucky if we'll get more than 20 FPS. Considering Bloodborne on PS5's performance.
Again.
Which has a solid state drive.
The game...
very fucking good one at that.
Someone who isn't... someone has patched the game that removes the lock on it. It is capable of running better than it does. But the game has a FPS lock on it. That they just feel they're not going to remove for no reason. Like, someone has gone and patched the game themselves. If you want to go jump through the hoops of actually modifying it, you can.
Your console.
Yes.
You have to modify your console. I know about this story, that he didn't just remove the cap. He also adjusted some settings so it was consistent.
Yeah, but...
He didn't just remove the cap and magically the game ran better. You go into the city, your frame's going to drop down to the 20s or beneath again, like it did before, is what I'm saying. So if there's a whole bunch of NPCs in a city in this Elden Ring game, and From Software is making it, I can only imagine your computer's going to make those noises. This is what people come for.
All 2 of them.
Great input.
My input is the only input that matters. That's why everything you say is also my... I'm not going to finish that, because you can turn that against me in an instant. So I'm not going to finish my sentence. Fuck
in fact,
you.
I'm just going to do an edit of what you just said and just put a whole bunch of things of me saying things on this podcast where you're like, the shit you saw when I said it on stream. Like, everything I said with is his opinion. Everything I said is his opinion. Everything I said is his opinion. You watch. Yeah, in fact, if you, just in case you don't upload this stream just because I said that, I just saved this video from my computer of you saying that just for this purpose. You're welcome. You shall rue the day. I'm gonna get more alcohol.
Okay, I will. Actually, I do normally talk about. Hooray! Yes. Alright, now that he's gone. Y'all, yesterday I started playing fucking 13 Sentinels.
I'm not an alcoholic, okay? I'm not an alcoholic.
Fucking play that game.
I'm not.
You need to play
In
that
fact,
game.
I rarely drink.
That's a fucking
But when
lie.
I do. No, it's actually not a lie at all.
Oh, okay. You're always drinking around me, though.
I wonder why.
Ow. Yeah? What you drinking?
You're making me happy.
Thanks. I have the effect on people.
It's a lemon and strawberry flavor.
Ew.
Very good. Very good. But it's kind of weak, to be honest with you. Kind of a low percentage alcohol.
Mm.
Speaking of being 21 years and older to consume product, what is your opinion on them raising the age of buying cigarettes to 21 instead of 18? We both don't smoke. Now, let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Neither him or I smoke or have ever
Yeah,
smoked.
neither of us smoke. Neither of us smoke.
None of us smoke or have ever smoked a cigarette. However, cigars for one of us is different.
Oh yeah, I've also smoked a cigar. Yeah.
Oh, you smoke? You actually smoke cigarettes? You have?
Okay. So none of us smoke. Neither of
yeah.
us smoke, and both of us are above 21. So even if it did happen, it wouldn't affect us anyway. Personally, I feel like this whole thing was solved decades ago, because the entire original argument was, if I'm old enough to go be drafted into a war and get killed for my country, I should be able to smoke a damn cigarette. Like, that was...
The original argument was for voting, because voting was originally not 18 years old, but cigarettes, I do believe, actually hold the same point.
Yeah, I mean,
so I will still agree with you, even if it's not the right argument.
I don't know why I thought it was, but yeah, the same fucking point. It's like, and quite frankly, for the people who do end up seeing actual combat, they probably need a cigarette. Let's be honest.
In fact, a lot of, they don't do them. I think I might have told you about it. There was a charity that I worked with several years ago. It was Socks for Soldiers. Basically, we box hundreds, and I mean hundreds of gifts for soldiers. Basically, like your basic hygienic stuff, some snacks, some candy, maybe, and maybe something to occupy yourself. Like some of them came with basketballs, for instance, if they wanted to play shoot hoops or whatever with their friends. And we pack, without exaggerating, maybe like 600 like smaller boxes within larger boxes of just stuff to give to the troops. Completely non-profit, but we stopped doing that. We stopped doing it like a couple of years ago. Things got a bit messy with like organization and all that, so it's dropped off. But the point being, there are other ones like that actually, like throughout the country, that included packages of cigarettes, or at least bundles of cigarettes, like, rubber taped together, or rubber banded together rather. And so like, well, are they just gonna like have the cigarettes ripped from their hands by the drill sergeant or whatever? Not the drill sergeant, but their commanding officer. If they like pull out a cigarette and start smoking because they're not 21, like, what the fuck? That's whack.
Yeah.
Don't forget, those used to be rations back in the day. Cigarettes used to be rations. They used to actually be included with your lunch, with your MREs. Let's not forget that. They used to come in these little tins. There's like actually a really cool, like, I wouldn't say internet historians, because there is a channel called Internet Historian, who you should also watch, by the way. But unrelated to that, people who dig up, from our history, different things that we used to give to our troops, you know, like their old coffee, their old MREs, and in a lot of cases, their cigarettes. And their cigarettes, which are, you know, several decades old, in some cases like 5 decades old, are still better than the cigarettes that they smoke today. I'm like, all right, cool. But point being, they used to come with cigarettes, and now they can't even smoke cigarettes, but they can get shot to die for their country. While their vote after they die gets casted for Joe Biden. Anyways,
Sorry, I think I might be hearing domestic abuse.
hashtag violence lives matter. Speak up. Don't let violence occur in someone's life. Don't be like this guy. I think I hear someone getting their face punched in, but I got a podcast I'm doing, so I don't care. Same idea. It's happening over there, and I'm like, over here. And it's like over there, and I'm like, right here.
Look, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna. Nope. Okay. Moving on. Not gonna make the joke.
I want to hear this joke. I want to hear this joke right now. I will not continue until I hear this joke. Okay. Either on stream or written down. I don't care which one.
Oh, I want to know the joke. I'm gonna mute my mic and then I'm gonna tell you.
That's even better, so they can see my reaction to it. So what you're saying is, you know, you'd keep your nose dry, keep your nose clean, right? Essentially, you won't dig your nose into the business of others.
Okay, I'm unmuted now.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad we had the discussion. It was very good.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very telling.
I'm a bad person. I'm going to hell.
Yes. But you're not as bad of a person as I actually had a discussion yesterday with someone from Spain, and they said they brought up a hypothetical to me, which I will not bring on to you. If a married woman were to tell you that she wants the sexy times with you, would you do it?
Am I married to the woman?
You are not. She's cheating on her significant other with you if you are to do it.
Am I currently in a relationship?
We'll say for the simplicity that you are not in any sort of relationship.
Do I know that she is married?
Yes, because in the hypothetical, she brings up to you that she is married.
Okay. See, and then they... Okay.
Because of course there would be no more dilemma for you if you didn't know.
If I didn't know, yeah, obviously. I mean, in this hypothetical, I'd like to think that I would object. I'd like to think that I would.
But if a schnoodle came up to you and offered you some tang, and she was with somebody else, you'd be like, well, I want some schnoodle.
I mean, I'm gonna canoodle.
I'm gonna canoodle the schnoodle.
Gotta canoodle the schnoodle. I don't know. That I'd like to say that.
So I will refer to what he said and what I said. I obviously said no. Right? I told him I would not do it. I know for a fact I would not do it.
You know, now that I think about it, like, there's a lot, like, yeah, you'd get your dick wet, but you're probably also gonna get a bullet in your head.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you live. If you live in Spain, no one has guns. No one has guns. He'll probably stab you or run you off the road, but you won't get shot.
And the result will
Anyways,
be the same, though.
depends on if you're better with a knife than he is.
I mean, I got katanas.
You do have a tanto.
Tanto.
Nandeska.
Nani?
Anyways,
Masaka.
so he says, I would absolutely do it. I would get my dick wet, but I would at least tell the guy that I'm going to do it. And I said, so basically what you're saying is you would not only fuck his wife, but then you'd flex on him right before you're going to fuck his wife. And so then I sent him a clip of Dennis telling Charlie, if you don't tell me by this time tonight, I'm going to bang the waitress. And I was like, so how is this any different? You're basically saying, I'm going to fuck your wife. She's a bitch. I'm just telling you that she's a bitch, but I'm going to put my dick in her tonight. And there's nothing you can do. And he thought that was okay. He's like, well, your morals and my morals are just different. I'm like, you have no morals. I was like, that is what you are saying you would do is a flex, my good sir. That is a flex, not a courtesy. That is a flex. I fucked your wife, bro. See, it's different. If you do it, and then you find out after the fact that she was married, then you tell her husband. That's different. But if you know full and well that she is married, and you have contact, even as he said, he would tell him before he did it. You have contact with the husband, and you tell him, "I'm gonna fuck your wife," and then you do it. That's savage as fuck. Spaniards have different morals than we do, apparently, in America.
I mean, they also go into a fucking ring with bulls and be like, hey, come impale me. So, I mean, they
But again,
kind of live
that's
in the fast
also a
lane.
flex.
Yeah.
That's also a flex. Is like, watch me dodge this bull narrowly
While fucking
while
dressed
other
flamboyant.
bulls while other bulls fuck their wives, as the cucks like to refer to superior men who bang their wives instead of them. Mm-hmm. That got us what, an extra 10 minutes of stream time? Yeah, an extra 15 minutes of stream time. I did pretty good there. I'm running out of ammunition here, man. We do every time. I like this. I like this new style you got here. Okay, let me do it. Even though it's not gonna fit on my head.
Yeah, it's
right?
literally hanging on my ears, so I have no idea. This one might be better. There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Now I'm from Star Trek.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I don't like it that much. It's not hanging on my ears. It's just falling right off.
It's balancing on my nose right now. Yes, I can see.
Now, if you remove the head pat near the little cushioning that's on your nose, you could see. You can put it back on. Yes, you can. Mine's broken, so it falls off by accident all the time.
Fascinating.
That's what you get for buying. That's what you get for buying secondhand. Yep. So I think it's about time we discuss our plans for tonight after the stream for everybody. In fact, perhaps you should stream what we're going to be doing.
Perhaps indeed. So, we have a new initiate.
Mm-hmm.
Someone saw that Dark Souls 3 was on sale. Now, tell me, has he played any other Dark Souls? Has he?
He's only played 3 at my house for like 5 minutes.
Oh.
He's played the tutorial.
So.
That is his experience.
We will be hazing him. I'm sorry, indoctrinating him.
Mm-hmm.
He will be learned and educated.
He will learn to love the pain of the wall that is
Which
Dark
means
Souls.
I will scavenge for the dried fingers,
Yes.
so that he may summon both of us. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to. Actually, I might need to look into that. I'm pretty sure that's the
You
case.
might get banned.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get banned because. Oh Jesus, I'm dying. Oh.
So if you were banned, would I be able to play with you, or would I have to get banned to play with you?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. But I will also be invading him. That's going to be happening. I hope you know that. And I hope that I can trust in you to not get involved when that happens. Pretend that you're helping him, but instead just
I will swing at you way out of range where it's not gonna do a fucking thing.
Although
I'm trying to hit him, man, but he keeps dodging.
Although in Dark Souls that might actually hit me.
I will at least compensate for half the length of the blade on top of missing.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Of course, I have to. I literally Googled earlier today meme weapons just to refresh my memory. There's definitely gonna be
perhaps the berserk whip that the blonde chick used in the anime on herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Problem is that's a fucking DLC weapon, so yes, that will have to be scavenged in. Let's see.
If you do it offline, I think you should be fine. Like if you like disable like online connectivity to Steam, I think you should be fine.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll probably Google it or some shit.
Better get on that fast because we got less than an hour left until that happens.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, since he asked earlier, Jamaica me happy.
See
Not a sponsor.
the lights kind of. Grams. Escapes. Jamaican me happy. Okay. Cool.
It was on sale.
Really?
For 4 bottles, I got it for $3. So, fuck it, right? Why not?
I played an anime yesterday that I'm still playing through. It's pretty good.
Is it on your phone?
No.
Is it impactful? Of Genshin proportions?
No. No, it's a game on the PlayStation. Anime on the PlayStation.
Galgun.
Not that one. Different one.
Do you know there's Galgun on fucking VR? I was not aware of this until I browsed the Steam sales page, and I saw it, and I watched a video of it, and not only is the music so fucking bad, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
It should be downloaded.
And I had to stop.
What?
I watched it. They had like a fucking air blower gun where it blows up the girls' skirts. Like, come on, man. But why? But why?
Why not?
You should hear the fucking music. It's so bad. It's perfect for the game, but it's so bad. And then I looked up, and then I had to look at the reviews. I had to look at the reviews for the game. And then, like, all of you fuckers are going to hell. Every one of you. I don't know what the actual game's called. I just know it's part of the Galgun series. Also, why is gun in the title? I can't understand. Unless the entire game has different guns that do different things to the girls. Maybe. Again, they had the air blower gun.
I just realized that that's playing through.
Oh.
I forget that you were coming through my desktop audio. So yes.
Yeah, I heard it on the stream. I had to go back and watch it. Did you watch it?
Not all. Yeah. Only until I remembered that. Oh yeah, I'm live.
Yeah. So that I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive. I thought that was only on PlayStation. I didn't know it was on Steam until I went into the VR section and saw it. I was like, Nanishka. And I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking pre-order this for Jacob and we'll get it for his account as a Christmas gift. Look, right. The reason why we get the through, because I know it's hard to buy gifts for Janko here. It's hard because any game that he wants, he buys for himself. That is, unless it's a game that he knows he'll get flack for if he were to buy it. Like, for instance, if all of his Steam friends saw that he purchased Galgun, they'd all shit on him, including me. But if someone else bought him Galgun, it's a gift. He can't be looked at or prejudiced against for that. It was a gift.
Clearly,
And then he can
clearly you haven't actually looked at my games list.
No.
Because you think I'd give a fuck.
Do you have Hentai Hitler? Do you have Hentai Hitler for like 60 cents on Steam sales?
I'm sorry.
It's legit.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Hentai Hitler or some shit like that. There's a whole bunch of hentai games where it's just the same game with a different enemy, and he changes the title. Where it's it's so bad. Content.
Oh my god, it's fucking Avatar.
Hentai Nazi. Hitler is back. April 1st, 2020. Hentai Nazi. Aliens. Oh, it's so fucking cringy. Holy shit.
Oh shit, 55% off? Shit.
And dude, 95% of the user reviews in the last 30 days are positive.
Overwhelmingly.
God damn it. You know that scene in... Actually, what was the movie called? Fuck, I used to watch it a lot as a kid. Spy Kids.
Oh yeah.
When the guy's like, do you ever wonder if God just sits in heaven and just hides from his own creation? Or it was like something along the lines of like, hides from his own creation of how fucked up we are as humanity. And he just stays in heaven, not to have anything to do with us, just leaves us be. Because I don't want no part of that. That was a fucker, man. I don't want it. No good.
That's what I fucking believe. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to take claim to this fucking bullshit? No. And yes, I did just buy that.
Huh?
I did just buy that. 89 cents.
I can't. I was told rumors that there was a filter for Steam sales, right? Where it will block anything that has to do with a certain thing. And I cannot find it. I cannot find this fucking filter because it needs to happen. Why Steam has decided that anything can go now? Like, have you seen like the VR like porn simulation games that are on there? Have you seen them? Where it's like one girl in a room and it's like bullshit interactive shit, and she just looks like she's like from the Dreamcast era of games. Why do these exist, and why do people buy them?
Remember when you had to meet certain requirements in order to get something onto Steam's early access?
And now it's give us $1,000, you're good. You're good. $1,000, you go right ahead. Come on in. So now Steam is riddled with the Steam sales of these asinine fucking games.
Oh.
And now, since you have piqued my interest, I'm going to look at your Steam list of games and going to regret it, I'm sure.
Actually, let me look at all my games to make sure you're not about to see some.
It's too
It is too late. Fuck, I don't even know what's on this shit. You know how many?
I'm gonna look for anything that might be slightly sketchy and then bring it up on podcast.
Mm.
Well, first of all, the biggest red flag is Postal 2.
Yeah, okay.
I know you pee on people. I know you do.
What? No. No, I never.
I'm surprised that you don't have Postal 3 on here. No regrets. Dead Rising is a good game, but yeah, the thing about Dead Rising is the thing that really holds the game back is its controls. Other than that, it's a really good game.
There's so many games in my fucking list I haven't even fucking launched. Mm.
Can you actually hide your games on your Steam list, or was that just a folly effort to try to prevent me from looking at your Steam games? Is that even possible? Can you protect yourself from being roasted by your friends?
Yeah, the trick is to not have friends.
I see. You are the master of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okami HD.
Yeah.
Is that an RPG?
Mm. Apparently it's a very fucking good game that I need to get around to playing.
Shenmue 1 and 2. I'm gonna be honest. From what I've seen of Shenmue, very mediocre.
Oh, I have no intention of playing
I don't
it.
get the draw.
I think I got it for free.
Like I don't get the draw. Like everyone who like kickstarted the third one, which is everyone's really mad about now because they're holding back content from people who, if you kickstarted, right, like $100 something, you still don't get the full package of Shenmue 3. And there's pay to win elements of the game too. Like it is crazy how much people got fucked for trying to support that game.
You have to think about when it came out. Like, this was before Grand Theft Autos. This was before... It literally was, like, the pioneer of, like, I don't want to say open world, but sandbox-like games. Like, there was nothing like it where you could literally just walk around a city, town, interact with things, do mini games of any kind, anything like that. So for its time, it was quite revolutionary. Is it outdated as hell and rough around the edges and an absolute fucking slog to even look at? Yes. Yes, it is. But at the time, it was, it was revolutionary. It was, the pioneer of its genre. Because it didn't have a genre when it came out. It was its own thing.
Hence why Souls-like is now a title.
Yes.
I see. Game still sucks, but
I know. I completely. I have no nostalgia for it, so I have no intention of actually ever playing it. It came out on the Dreamcast.
With that being said, I believe we spoke about this before on stream, but the fact that there is a Mass Effect remaster coming, possibly a remake,
possibly.
Fingers crossed that they update the gameplay of Mass Effect and not just the graphics and audio. They really should do an overhaul of the gameplay of Mass Effect 1 specifically. If they do the other ones, cool. But 1 needs it.
Yeah.
Because I know I really want you to play through Mass Effect 1 at some point, the whole thing, then play through the whole trilogy, really. But I can understand why someone who has not played it long before and is already used to how the game was, for those same reasons of it being very rough around the edges for playing, why you wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I understand that. So I feel like they should really address that.
Yeah.
And also remove all of the Mako shit from the fucking game unless they're going to update it where it doesn't suck. Because it fucking sucks.
So, allegedly, they, I want to say maybe one of the developers or someone relating to the remaster, um, accidentally said something that implies a entirely new game in the Mass Effect series.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, it's highly possible that whatever engine they're using for this new game, or whatever they're doing with the remakes, are going to be the same. So, assuming they don't use whatever the fuck they did with Andromeda on this new game, and actually make a decent fucking engine that's new and polished and not shit, and you do the remakes on that, that could be pretty good. Or it could be a dumpster fire again.
Mm-hmm. I'm expecting the dumpster fire. Again, it goes down to design philosophy. I don't think that the developers are incompetent people, right? When I say the developers, I do largely mean the coders, right? People who actually make like the structure of the game.
People
right?
who actually make the game, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is what they're being told to make.
The hierarchy.
I think they make what they're told to do perfectly.
What they're told
It's
to do
just,
is shit.
yeah, what they're told to do is shit. With the exception of My Face is Tired. Anyone who knows what I'm talking about, that is unacceptable. But generally speaking, I feel like the developers are competent people. It's just the higher ups who need to get flayed.
That's a good sign. I typed in Mass Effect My, and the second result was My Face is Tired.
I want you to look up the budget for Mass Effect Andromeda and tell me if that matches My Face is Tired.
My face is tired
Do it.
from dealing with
Go ahead.
everything. And
Look
right
at
now, I
the
just
budget
want to know what
that these
happened
people
with...
were paid for this game. And My Face is Tired.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and makes my face tired.
So Mass Effect Andromeda cannot happen again. And another thing, right? Generally speaking, almost all of the main cast of Mass Effect are attractive in their own right, right? They have pieces about them that make them attractive. And of course that is because products that have attractive people tend to sell more or have those characters be more likable if they're attractive. That's generally how sales work, right? That's why to advertise makeup and beauty products, they have really beautiful women. They don't hire average looking women or beneath average looking women. Well, they do now because the laws have made it so they have to include that. But beyond that, the game development has gone in a similar route. That was one of the principles of Mass Effect Andromeda. If you look up, right? If you look up the face actor, the body actor for the female main character of Mass Effect Andromeda, she's gorgeous, right? She's a absolutely knockout girl, right? Then you look at her in-game model, and she looks like a monster. That was not an accident. They said it themselves. Why does it make sense that these people who are in these military roles or in these like expeditionary roles, in Mass Effect Andromeda's case, expeditionary roles where they're trying to find, new places, test out the resources and all that. Why is it that these people look like supermodels? They should look like your average day folk. I guess that makes sense in a way, but she looks hideous. I mean, and they said, right, as an excuse for my face is tired, and again, specifically with my face is tired, they tied this argument to. It was in the realm of it looks so close to realistic that it bothers you. I forgot what the term is for that, but they believed that that looked so realistic, so close to life, so photogenic that it was unnerving to look at, particularly with the eyes. My face is tired with these developers. With these higher ups. And with these openly racist against white people who got fired for their BioWare affiliated Twitters talking about how much they hate white people and drinking white people tears clubs or mugs. Again, the point is the philosophy is the issue. What they try to do with these games is the issue, right? Look, the same people, right, who made Halo 5's art style, right? You can give Halo Infinite all the flack that you want for what they're doing with the game, but specifically with the art style, right? The people who make how the game looks, right? Take a look at Halo 5 Master Chief, and then take a look at Halo Infinite Master Chief. Halo Infinite Master Chief looks really fucking good. I think, right? Not sure how much you've looked at it, but the same people who made Halo 5 Master Chief made Halo Infinite Master Chief. That's down to the design philosophy of it. They were told to make him look like this, and they were told to make him look like that. Halo 5 Master Chief looks like shit. Halo Infinite Master Chief looks really good.
Which is very odd considering how he's literally a guy in a fucking suit of armor. Like, there's not a lot of difference you can do there, yet there you go. Like, isn't it still the same suit of armor, or has it been updated? Is it the same generation?
It's not the same generation, no. And from Halo 1 to 2, he went from Mark 5 to Mark 6.
Yep.
And
I thought it was Mark 4 to Mark 5. I mean, you probably know more than I do, but I thought it was 4 to 5.
I could be wrong. But he did upgrade a generation. We'll say that. He did upgrade a generation.
Yeah.
And similarly from Halo 3 to Halo 4, I wouldn't classify it as a generation upgrade, but Cortana supposedly, while Chief was in cryostasis, Cortana changed his armor using like some small machines or whatever to like change his armor or whatever. Bullshit excuse for why he looks different because again, he went into his cryogenic state and his Halo 3 armor and came out of it with an entirely new set of armor. Stupid. But beyond that, his armor has changed repeatedly to upgrade because, like, for instance, in Halo 4, you can pick up armor upgrades like, holograms or invis or jetpack or thruster pack or hard light shield even. That was a thing in Halo 4. That was not possible with his previous gen of armor.
Yes.
And then similarly with Halo 5, they got like little jet boosters on their armor. So if they were flying through like space and they had no way to control their orientation and movement, those jetpacks, just a little burst puts them in the direction they want to go.
Which is odd that you would think that would have been a part of the, if not original design, at least the next one. I feel like it shouldn't have been that long until they thought about that. Obviously, gameplay-wise, they didn't want people to have fucking jetpacks in Halo 2 or Halo 1. But you would think this is someone who's going to be fighting in alien territory, or even at home, in space in general. You would think they'd have those attached to the armor to begin with.
But the point is, with the generational upgrades, it came with increased armor durability, better shields that regen faster. I mean, of course, they mentioned that in Halo 2's intro.
They
When
do.
you go from Halo 1 to 2, like, look, your shields are better than they used to be. They recharge faster, you know?
Yeah.
Incremental upgrades from generation to generation. But Halo Infinite's armor in particular took all of the best parts of Master Chief's armor from different forms of media, including Halo Legends, the movie, and put them all in one armor. Just a little mashup, right? As a nod to everyone who's seen all those different forms of Halo media. Well, that's awesome. I think his armor looks fucking fantastic, and they did a superb job with that. By the way, again, I will give them praise where it's due, and I will absolutely shit on them when they need to be shit on. Microtransactions, they need to get shit on for that. That is awful. But the armor, and generally speaking, the artistic direction that they went with how everything looks is pretty good. I mean, it needs work, but the idea is there, and you can see how they want it to look, and I think it looks pretty good. Right?
Yeah.
Again, design philosophy, what they're going for. With Halo 5 and 4, they went for hyper realistic. That's why they brought up it wouldn't make sense for someone like Master Chief, who's going to be, traversing these extraterrestrial grounds and climbing and a whole bunch of other shit. It wouldn't make sense for him to have what they call the space diaper. The thing that went over their hip,
Yeah.
their pelvis, and covered that. That wouldn't make sense. There would be no armor there. He needs the mobility, so they got rid of it. And then that was a controversial move. People didn't like that, because it changes his look. And then similarly, Chief has these protective things over his fingertips on all of them but his index finger, where he puts it in the thing where
so it can fit.
so it can fit with the gun. That makes sense. But again, that was just small details, because they went for hyper realistic. It went from a Bungie style game where there were sci-fi details to the game. It is a sci-fi game after all, but they went way overkill with things that were never delved into with sci-fi with Halo.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Okay, we should probably end the stream soon. But what I was trying to say basically is, again, the same people that made Halo 4 and Halo 5 are the same people who are making Halo Infinite. And the art direction of Halo 4 and 5 were vastly different than the direction that they're going for Halo Infinite. They're not incompetent people. It's just what they're trying to do is the problem. Again, back to Mass Effect Andromeda. The developers are not incompetent. It's just what the higher-ups are telling them to do is bad.
Yeah.
So you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. It's actually very odd hearing you talk about Halo and actually knowing almost everything you're talking about. Still not used to that. Because, again, I used to be the person who's like, hey, you're talking about Halo again, I don't care. But I know Halo now, so...
The way you said that, it sounds like you're not used to me knowing what I'm talking about. Is
No,
that how you meant that?
No,
Okay.
I meant I never knew what the fuck you were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was Halo. It's like, I don't fucking care, it was Halo. But now,
Yeah.
I know Halo now, so I actually can follow. So we need to wrap up.
I would like to, because I'm being called to do something.
Oh, okay. Then,
I'm sorry for the abrupt end to this podcast, everybody who is not watching.
Yeah.
But life happens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you want, yeah, you're good. I'll just go through the bullshit. If you want to catch him, he's Make Halo Great Again, Death by Mint, YouTube. Yeah. But that's gonna be it for us tonight. If you would like to send in mail, you can at thejackal@gmail.com. If you want to catch my stuff, you can find it here on Twitch or on my YouTube, which is also The Jackal. So, y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.